Alrighty, welcome everyone. My name is Ramir McFall, and this is, of course, for my Ethnic Studies class. My author or artist is Kendrick Lamar, and here's a review that I'm going to be commenting on myself. It's on his Good Kid, M.A.A.d City album, released in 2012, and Pitchfork.com gave it a 9.5. This review was done by Jason Green, and I'll have the works cited after. So yeah, let's get started. The first sound we hear on Good Kid, M.A.A.d City is a prayer. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for saving us with your precious blood. Voices murmur, evoking a family dinner gathering. The album's cover art, a grubby Polaroid, provides a visual prompt for the scene. Baby Kendrick dangles off an uncle's knee in front of a squat kitchen table displaying a 40-ounce and Lamar's baby bottle. The snapshot is such an unvarnished peek into the rapper's inner life that staring at it for too long feels almost invasive. This autobiographical intensity is the album's calling card. Listening to it feels like walking directly into Lamar's childhood home, and for the next hour, growing up alongside him. Now, this is the grubby album that they're talking about. Like, this is as real as you can get, honestly. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have photos like this laying around. And this just, as the article says, this speaks volumes on its intensity. Sorry for all the advertisements. Lamar has subtitled the record A Short Film by Kendrick Lamar, and the comparison rings true. You could take the album's outline and build a set for a 3-act play. It opens on a 17-year-old Kendrick with nothing but blank stuck on my mental, driving his mother's van to see a girl named Shireen. As his voice darts and halts in a rhythm that mimics his overeager commute, Lamar explores the furtiveness of young lust. It's deep-rooted, the music of being young and dumb, he raps. The song is interrupted by the first of several voicemail recordings that delineate the album's structure. Kendrick's mother rambling into his phone and pleading for him to return her car. These voicemails appear through the record, reinforcing that Good Kid, M.A.A.d City is partly a love letter to the grounding power of family. In this album's world, family and faith are not abstract concepts. They are fraying tethers holding Lamar back from the chasm of gang violence that threatens to consume him. And we can for sure see that with the other song that I talked about, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. We definitely can see that about how the lifestyle from other people that he knew, or that the stories that he created for the characters, how things like that made him want to be a better person, wanted him to stay away from the gang violence, the women selling themselves and the people getting revengeance because of another gang member killing their brother or something like that. We can see a lot of that highlighted there. All this weighty material might make Good Kid, M.A.A.d City sound like a bit of a drag, but the miracle of this album is how it ties straightforward rap thrills, dazzling lyrical virtuosity, slick quotables, pulverizing beats, star turns from guest rappers, directly to its narrative. For example, when Backseat Freestyle leaked last week, this was a while ago, its uncharacteristic subject matter, all my life I want money and power, respect my mind, or die from lead shower, took some fans by surprise. But on the album, it marks the moment in the narrative when young Kendrick's character first begins rapping, egged on by a friend who plugs in a beat CD. Framed this way, his "damn, I got blank" chant gets turned inside out. This isn't an alpha male's boast. It's a pipsqueak's first pass at a chest puff. It's also a monster of a radio-ready single, with Kendrick rapping in 3 voices, in double and triple time, no less, over an insane Hit Boy beat. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard that backseat freestyle. When you first listening to it, maybe when you were younger, you were like, "Oh man, this is awesome. This is how I'm feeling all my life. I want money and power. Blank blank." But I guess as you get older, it feels a little, I guess, dated. But I think it kind of works into that because, like this review says, it marks the moment in the narrative when young Kendrick's character first begins rapping. So I think that goes hand in hand. Lamar grew up in Compton, and ghosts of West Coast gangster rap haunt this album's edges, casting shadows on Kendrick's complicated relationship with his hometown. When the art of peer pressure brings Kendrick and his friends to Rosecrans Avenue, the music downshifts into menacing G-Funk mode as a salute to hollowed ground. Ice Cube's Bird in the Hand is invoked to set up m.A.A.d City. Fresh out of school, because I was a high school grad. That's like towards the end of that m.A.A.d City song, after the main song, which appropriately marks the moment when real violence erupts. Here, Kendrick sounds like a terrified kid. I made a promise to see you bleeding, he raps, his voice pitched at a pleading, near hysterical sob. In response, the voice of Compton's most wanted rapper, m.A.A.d, or I. I've never realized how to say that, honestly. Sorry, guys. Leers, wake your punk blank up, like a father figure of the Darth Vader variety. Which brings us to the album's most visible benefactor and most unsettled presence, Dr. Dre. In recent months, Dre has availed himself of the fresh career oxygen Kendrick's rise has pumped into his atmosphere, lumbering out of his corporate airlock to stand with Lamar on magazine covers. But the role he plays in Lamar's story feels muddled and unresolved. On an album that manages to seamlessly work on a smirking Drake and a highly recognizable Janet Jackson sample, poetic justice, into the fabric of a larger narrative, it is only Dre's appearance on the final track, Compton, that feels like an uneasy outlier. Compton is the victory lap, the coronation. Coming after the stunning 12-minute denouement, Sing About Me I'm Dying of Thirst, oh yeah, the one I just talked about, in which Lamar delivers a verse from a peripheral character that is the album's most dazzling stroke of empathy. It can't be helped but be a small deflation. The moment of arrival in any artist's story is always less interesting than their journey. And there's a disconnect in hearing Lamar and Dre stunt over Just Blaze's blaring orchestral soul beat. Dre's music is part of the landscape that Kendrick grew up in, but his actual appearance has a certain Truman Show feel to it. But the true ending of Good Kid, M.A.A.d City takes place at the end of the previous song, Real, which represents the spiritual victory that the album's story has thrashed its way towards. Finally grasping that none of that blank, money, power, respect, loving your block, make me real, Lamar embraces what does as his parents put the album's central concerns to bed. Any blank can kill a man, his father admonishes. That don't make you a real blank. Real is responsibility. Real is taking care of your blanking family. And his mother, if I don't hear from you by tomorrow, I hope you come back and learn from your mistakes. Come back a man. Tell your story to these black and brown kids in Compton. When you do make it, give back with your words of encouragement. And that's the best way to give back to your city. And I love you, Kendrick. And that is all of the review. Yeah, I completely feel the way that they're saying that Compton song is kind of a little bit of a letdown. I mean, I still like it, but it doesn't really... When you compare Compton to Real, I mean, Real really has some moments where it feels like, yeah, all that gangster, thugging stuff, all of that kind of activity, wanting money, wanting women, that's what the whole album talks about, right? That's like, it talks about drugs, with the whole m.A.A.d City song. But with Real, it definitely provides a perspective of what Kendrick should bring back to his family, to Compton. Like as it says, tell your story to these black and brown kids in Compton. When you do make it, give back with your words of encouragement. You know, you could have money, you could have power, respect, you know, all this other stuff, but the only thing that really makes it real is just being real to other people and being yourself. And none of this, what is the word exactly? Materialistic things. Materialistic things are not as important as being real with the people that you're supposed to be helping. And I think that works better as a final song or the victory lap compared to Compton. Compton is still a nice song. And I did like Dre in it. That's kind of, I guess, my disagreement with Pitchfork. But that's just how I feel. But yeah, guys, let me know how you guys feel in the comments. I really like this review. It really makes this album feel alive again, and it's overall classic. But let me know how you guys feel in the comments. Thank you.